Yo, my folks checking in from Nairobi, Kenya. So I had spoken about me being out here in a previous video, and I'm here and I'm 2 games in, and it hasn't gone the way I've wanted it to. Now notice how I've said I. At times we have plans, and those plans can be disrupted, if you may say, or kind of put into a different light because God wanted something else for you. Now, before I hopped on this video, I kind of had this train of thought of, hello. What's up, bro? It could be very tricky because, as human beings, we have an ego, and identification is something that's very tricky because it's who you are. So me being someone who loves the game and can be someone who may identify as a hooper, as a basketball player, professional, yada yada, there could be some moments where there's a lot of weight into a certain match, result from a match, result from a training session. And what I've extracted from my time here in Africa, like 5-6 weeks, is the ability to not be so caught up in the delusion of the moment and kind of really have a hindsight view of what's really transpired, like the journey. It gives you a sense of grounding within the moment, that you are way better off than what the ego is saying in the moment. Now, this is an endless practice because, there might be a day your ego, quote unquote, dies, but there's still a sense of self. So I have one more game today. It's just to leave it all out on the floor and get a win. There's a lot to learn from how we kind of can more properly prepare ourselves. And the journey is something that people are looking for in terms of inspiration. And I know at times I can get caught into the negative side of things and maybe being in a place of paranoia, of thinking people want to see me fail, and I'm just looking at the wrong side of things. But this is a practice, this is a practice. So changing a mentality, changing a person takes endless reps of desensitizing the ego, the emotional, the spiritual, the physical plane. So there's much to do, but there is progress. And like I said, the ego can get sticky, so we just gotta try our best to analyze situations from a level head. I wish every single one of you can just feel what I feel. The feeling of failure can be so beautiful, especially when it comes from something you love, because it hurts. It's very painful, but it's within this pain that you transmute something that's so pure, which is the idea of you having those days ahead of you that are much greater. And within that kind of idea and vision, you kind of get a sense of ease, knowing that all this is working for something much bigger. So then it goes back to that point of hindsight. We understand as visionaries, as dreamers, that it all will work out under God's grace, under the hard work that needs to be placed on a day in and day out basis, and just the idea that that's the only way to live. So keep pushing, keep finding ways to navigate these entities that will do anything to run its course. So just stay focused. Easier said than done, but it's just a practice. Continue. I wish all of you luck, and I wish everyone is guided by the source, the divine, the power of God, and is just willing to look and do. So this is Mindful Hoops checking out from Nairobi, Kenya.